builders, this is James Lorraine at Blindside Motorworks. I got a little building tip for you. I thought it'd help out. Appreciate if you leave in the comments what I'm doing. If this helps, that's great. And if you got another way of doing it, leave that in there. Everybody's got little tricks, and we can all learn from them. That's the goal, right? So when you get a new small block Chevy rod, I'm going to be talking about Chevys here, but when you get a new rod, Scat or Eagle, something along that nature, they're already pre-torqued on there. Getting them apart is a little tricky, and I would encourage you to not put them in your vise. A lot of people do. You could bend them. So I'm going to show you how I do them, and then if you got something else that you'd like to see, leave it in the comment. I'd be glad to show you how I do that part of the build. I got a little piece of flat bar stock in brass that I put over the top of it. My table. Use a couple of clamps. And here's something I bet you guys ran into. Most of these aftermarket rods have got 12-point bolts in them, and they're really close to the cap. They're kind of a pain to get to. If you've experienced that, you know what I'm talking about. I have found that a flex socket works really well because it's tapered and it has your 12-point. I welded mine just for this job alone, and so it doesn't try to break on you when you're torquing or untorquing. So I welded mine. That's what I did. If you got a welder, somebody with a welder, have them do that. And I'll just show you how I do it from start to finish, and then we'll go from there. So I put it right on about the edge of the table to where my bolts are hanging over. I put that piece of brass bar stock right on the seam line. And I'm going to tighten it down right on one edge. Once I get that second one on there, then I can start cranking down a little bit. Okay, so it's nice and tight on there. Get my socket. You see how it wants to walk on you because they're really tight. Okay, broke both of those loose. Now I can take these off. Now check this out. This is another thing. Most of you guys and gals probably already know this, but if not, I'll show you. You can loosen up those nuts about 1/8 an inch or so. And then what I do to get that cap off of there, because they are pretty tight on there, is I just tap on it, tap on those bolts. See it start to separate there? As soon as I get it jiggly, it's ready to come off. And that's it. I'm ready to move on to the next one. Then you could use the same process if you want to put your bearings in, retorque it, measure for clearances off of your crankshaft journal. If you do that, kind of blueprinting stuff. And if there's anything else you'd like to see, part of the build, leave it in the comment. I'd love to show you what I do. We're all learning and having fun building this stuff, so there's no room for negative comments. It's all good stuff. And I will move on from this and how to hang the rod on the piston. Some of you may not know the process in that. There is a method to that as well. I'll make another video of that. So we'd appreciate if you'd subscribe and do all that YouTube stuff. And other than that, have a great day. We'll talk soon.